Greetings, this is Kitchen and welcome to another turn of Game 6 in round 2. This is going to be turn 14, if I remember correctly. And we have received a message from let's see. Smooth sailing so far with TNN's troops apparently dispersed all over the map. This might turn out to be an easy war after all. I mean, you're 2v1ing somebody. Come on. Pangaea against TNN. This is a ping with a bird. And this is where TNN's army resides currently. Essentially, I want to say this is most, if not all of what they've got. Hero included. Bird just flies off. 35 Twa warriors. Yeah, that's a lot. Raiding. With a decent group of warriors who are stealthy, of course. And there's some self-buffing for the mage hitting them so he doesn't die. Of course, there's no any real troops here, so yeah, PT stands no chance. Silk is the warriors. Some counter raiding by TNN. Well, okay, by counter raiding, maybe that was an overstatement. So, that's very curious. So, isn't it a capital actually? It is a capital. So, man, if only. I love the mind games like that, right? So, Pan basically not bothering to actually attempt to siege it fully, just keeping a couple white centers and Hierophant to beat essentially any haphazard attempt to breaking the siege. So yeah, just a commander here for TNN. Unfortunate, if he actually sent like 5 sacreds, he would already have his cap freed for this turn. And a battle at Ikirbalkor. That's another ping, essentially. Interesting. Okay. And since we are at the topic of TNN Pangaea, let's just jump straight to that one. Where okay, that's entire Pan army in here. Good lord, that's a lot. So what do we got here? White centers, white centers, white centers. So 3 squads. Oh no, 4 squads from the looks of it. I wonder how different their orders are. Are all of them on attack rear, just hoping for different targets? Are some of them on close? We'll see that in a second. Some maniacs, I guess, to catch, another attack rears, maybe potential flyers. Not that TNN would really have any of those. Trolls. Griff the Troll. So those have to be mercenaries. I'll take a look at them in a second after we go through battles. And yeah, and some centaurs. Yeah, I mean, that's a massive scary army against nothing here. So let's just see the script. He doesn't have Divine Blessing here present. Not that he needed for this particular fight, of course, but... Oh, there goes the... No, sorry, there was a Divine Blessing. Where's the Prophet? Here he is. Okay. I mean, that's a relatively late Divine Blessing, I want to say, because if, in a real battle, they would probably already engaged, right? With TNN army. But yeah, considering the numbers, this is not looking great for TNN. That's 43 white centers, plus all those Minotaurs who are quite scary. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. Not huge mage commitment, of course, but sacred-wise, it's massive. Fomoria against massive Cynocephalian province. Does he do anything fancy here? Just some mercenaries to do the grinder, right? And the Median warriors. Gust of wind. Looks like he did set them on attack rear. which those kind of lead them towards the shamans. Mercenaries probably about to break. They took a lot of casualties. How much morale they have? 12 morale. Oh, that's surprising. They're still going on. Yeah, there they run. They held up quite well. And it's up to Nemedians to mop up what's left of the melee. The civilians, which they do rout finally. And that's pretty damn good because both the leaders went to the front of archers, so pretty fortunate in that regard. So yeah, he's not even gonna have to fight those archers in melee. They're just gonna start running. Nice. So just sack mercenaries for a province essentially. Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind. It never happened. Right, I kind of forgot for a second we're doing this where we have different results. Oh wow. What the hell happened? I mean, look at the actual report here. All these swordmen died and they hardly killed anything. And in the battle itself, the warriors did actually, the swordsmen did super well. Like they held up long, they killed a lot. So let's just zoom really quickly to the moment swordsmen are fighting. I mean, okay, so by the time they broke, like look at the number of Athenians that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I want to say 13. See again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 civilians dead. More so, actually. Yeah, I mean, I want to say about 15 killed by swordsmen alone before Nibelheim Wars make it in. So yeah, much better, essentially, just much better. And they got to kill both of those leaders, so yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Replay back. There was a reality where they would have succeeded, right? I mean, I almost need to check, make sure that everything's fine here. Yeah, there's nothing crazy happening. Mictlan against another blob of underground. Never mind, that's only cold ones. So they do it just fine without losses. And Caelum. Holy Jesus, that's a lot of mammoths. That's a lot of barbarians as well. You know, he doesn't have any archers here. That's gonna cost him a few mammoths, isn't it? Oh man, I'm kind of wincing looking at it. I'm not sure about that. Was there really no better way of doing that? Fuck, that was a lot of mammoths dying. Oh god, 11 mammoths dead. How much do they cost? Jesus Christ, no! Oh my god. Do you really want to pay like 1200, 1300 actually gold to take on? I mean, it's a shit ton of barbs. I get that, but god, it's gonna take you ages for that province to pay off for those mouth raiders. Surely there was a better way of doing it. I can't think of one right now, but I know time the mammoths connecting with barbs better with your flyers landing, because the flyers landed like good 2 rounds of mammoths ravaging through. I mean, yeah, because they're on hold, so man, I don't know, maybe like put them in here. Let's see. I mean, yeah, that's definitely an entire round of barbs smacking them. Yeah, maybe it wasn't really that feasible to time it better. But oh, that hurts. I mean, he took it. It's an insane high roll of barbarians. Jesus, that's for sure. It's a ridiculous province, but I guess mounts were the best way of doing it. It just pains me to see that many losses. An assassin tried to assassinate a shaman, but he failed. Okay, so let's pay attention to Pangaea. Was there any assassination icon? Now I know how it looks like. Sorry, I mean, but Pangaea. I already claimed that TNN lands are Pangaea. I don't see an icon for assassination. It would be like a stealthy dude with a dagger, right? Oh, yeah. So like this, right? So we do see it for. It's a shame that this does show up, the special monster, but it didn't show up for TNN. Okay, so is TNN dead now? The question is, where are his remaining troops? Since I don't see them. There's even more white centaurs coming, by the way. Oh my gosh, it's so rough. Pangaea is so rough. I wonder, is settled on taking just this and letting Pangaea do the rest, or will he negotiate a little bit more? Because definitely a lion's share will go to Pangaea. Yeah. Assuming, of course, he also does the main fight. So I suppose shouldn't be complaining about getting a lot of land for essentially nothing. Where's his god? Where is Ulmish god? Am I like blind? I mean, it's not here, right? He didn't die last turn, I'm pretty sure. Am I actually just blind? Myth. Oh, there he is. Okay, okay. I just couldn't see the little sprite of his for some reason. Okay, cool. He might be side searching in that case. Wow, yeah. It's not looking great for TNN, that's for sure. Let's see. Fomoria probably about to attempt to take this throne. Caelum taking this province. I wonder what his next move is, because it's either okay, I'm gonna attack Pangaea while it's on top of TNN, or go towards Mictlan since his army's on the side. Like that would kind of make the most sense. Although he's pretty mobile. What's the map move of the Mammoth Raiders? It's 20. It's pretty good. It's not birds, of course, flying around, but it's not bad. Probably wants to chill right now since this was a success. So it's either, I don't know, he might look into Rus, he might look into Fomoria, he might look into Caelum, but it's gonna take some turns, of course, for his troops to move around. He also wants to, I assume, keep this land, so potential any TNN stealthy counter raids. Rus, we'll see, we'll see. Therodos being obnoxious, you know, killing population all around. There's still, like, that's crazy that there's still these indie promises to be taken. I wonder if he's, like, actually about to take them on, but I'm sure it's gonna not make happy. And Mekone. Mekone didn't do anything really this turn, did he? Well, not that he had places to be, but this looks like this throne, which appears to be super easy. Yeah, it's gonna be a breeze for Gigante to take on some indies. 4 tap. All right, cool. Yeah, I guess that's it for this turn. Just we see how badly shape of a TNN is set. I'll see you next one. Welcome back. Messenger from Well, so much for smooth sailing. The birds have ended their nap with me, and Pan has become the target of Fomoria Roost Coalition. Mekone has indicated that they are going to sit the entire thing out and wait for research to come online, which leaves Therodos and Mictlan as the final 3 agents in this game. My relationship with Therodos has been a bit frosty, and after our bump a couple of turns ago, I suspect I might end up as their #1 target. Good chance Mictlan will want to sit still and research as well, but I will talk to them anyway. In theory, they should have a phenomenal matchup into Rus after all, and their Caelum matchup probably ain't too bad either. So possible he will want to get involved. In either case, it will be good to know where they're up to. I mean, bumps happen, right? So I don't know how intentional it was. Like, were you expecting it and then decide to talk to them? Like, I, for example, try to avoid bumps where I talk to people. It depends, of course, how confident I am in winning a bump, because I can have as much claim as I'm sure at my expansion party to do the trick. But he did see your god absolutely decimate his sacreds. Of course, it's a little bit different story with the ghosts themselves, since you don't poison them realistically. But it's not like ghosts will be able to do much against your god either. Especially once you get regen online, like they're never gonna kill it. So I find it crazy that Caelum wants to go after Om. I don't think they have a good matchup at all. Unless he got like vital spells online already and is ready to just commit mages super hard, so maybe that's that. We'll see. Therodos. I'm getting conflicting messages from what is going on of TNN and Pan, but I have confirmed that Ulm is otherwise indisposed at the moment. So it's good a chance to do some raiding. Unfortunately, I don't have a single scout province, and not even my cap can recruit them. So I'm relying on Lucid scout strategy, hoping other players are telling the truth. Okay. I wonder what exactly messages he's getting. Like, because from what we've seen, it's pretty clear that TN is getting screwed really hard. So it's like messaging from TN, I'm getting screwed, and Pan is saying, oh no, TN is putting up a heavy fight. Ooh, it's actually gonna take me some effort. Okay. So Therodos is going on the coast of Ulm. Lovely. So again, magic resistance checks for half damage, and I think the Linmore has pretty damn good magic resistance, and he can buff it even further as well, right? With pretty simple. So if I remember correctly, it does have Earth Pop, so like Iron Will. And so yeah, these guys will not be able to do anything against him. And turrets, yeah, they will just die to poison. So how many losses will Therodos take? Not too many from the looks of it. None. Nice. And we've got the bump. Ooh, wow. That's gonna be a loss for Ulm, I'm pretty sure. But how badly will it go for Therodos? The problem, of course, are ghosts. But this might be another case where all the sacreds of Therodos just die. What was the order on them? Attack rear? Might have been. But yeah, turrets are gonna get wrecked. Yeah, and there's no repelling of those Steel Maidens. Okay, there might be some banishment going on. There we go. They do have solid magic resistance. It's not amazing, but it is solid. But yeah, all the sacred's dead again. And you know, Ghost, you can count on them for as long as there are no like AoE spells or banishments going on. The magic, that's the problem though, right? The All Might magic resistance is horrible. So basically those spectral weapons are at their full strength. And that was a really quick route for army losses. What the fuck? The game really should tell you their roles for morale like that. I mean, he doesn't have great morale, I get it, but yeah, he just failed 50% army check. Because yeah, it is 50% about right, yeah. Bit sucky. He couldn't have won that, obviously, but so maybe it's a better thing he did the route this quickly. It made him save some of those Steel Maidens. I mean, look at that. Like, Lots is kind of even number-wise. Steel Maidens are somewhat pricey, of course, but it's not Kurets, who are super limited. Yeah, Kurets literally didn't kill anything. Everything was on the back of hoplites and, you know, less degree ranged units because of Ulm's terrible magic resistance. And finally enough, I think if Ulm had like real magic resistance, let's say it was 10 or 11, he continues to kill those hoplites just because of attack density of maidens is good enough, and yeah, half damage checks would just ruin those spectral weapons. So this definitely makes the relationship between these two even more strained. But I think Ulm can just push him off the coast. They cannot go underwater, so it's gonna be an annoying situation. But I don't see how Therodos is able to hold the surface, especially once commits some mages or gets like indie priest and whatnot. Gonna get banished. Mekone against the super easy throne that has just some mages that are gonna be of very low consequences because they're putting body Tyral Mistform on each other and their bodyguards, which literally doesn't matter against Mekone. One big fire elemental, that's also not gonna cut it. It's gonna die instantly. And some hordes of skeletons, which also not gonna do anything. Salamanders. Doesn't have to damage. Yeah, flame poison. Probably never gonna also take an effect. Again, I'm not thrilled by Mekone scripting. It's just one big attack rear with one line, which is fine, but I think actually attack losses would have resulted in blobbing, yes, but overall less casualties. There will be less isolations, I think. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really matter. Just some few Gigante dying. Otherwise, it's a cakewalk. Yeah, he lost 4 Gigante. Yeah, so I mean, just forget what I'm saying. It really didn't matter. It probably would be about the same. I would risk potentially somebody getting on top of the commanders. So yeah, that's okay. Nice, Mekone got the throne then. I have to remind myself which one it is. Let's leave Anatien and stuff last, shall we? Oh boy. Okay, so Fomoria doesn't. I wonder was it agreed upon? I don't think so, because I don't think Therodos would ever want to give up surface provinces once he got them. So I assume this is just purging Therodos of the coast. And certainly Fomoria has means to tell them to bugger off. Yeah, there was a Dactyl here too, so for side searching, I assume. Definitely not agreed upon then. And underwater province taken by Fomorian king. Nice. With a Fear of the Morrigan. So there is some crafting going on already. Right, this is the unique spear for Fomoria, isn't it? Decay, partial life drain. So, I mean, this is a serious thug for this part of the game. He does have a battle. It does free up a slot for spellcasting, right? Instead of self-blessing. But yeah, he does have a gift of, yeah, 200 size. So, yeah, Fomoria can totally go underwater and potentially kill Therodos if he chooses to. Right now, he just secures one of the legs pretty easily. 11 Ictids dying. Okay, cool. And there is only Mictlan left before the ongoing war. Oh wait, there's 2 commanders in the back. Will they get sniped? They will in fact get sniped, so super easy province. Super well done. That was essentially no losses in a replay. Was this in reality? Essentially it was in reality, only 1 Eagle Warrior dying. Very nicely done. That's a lot of cavemen. So if you can snipe those champions, yeah, these guys are respectable. Good morale, they fight for a while, and when they hit something, it dies. Nice, 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 nice. Battles with TNN doing something against Pangaea. Small-ish force up against nothing. So there wasn't really anything to see there. Actually, a 2-hour. Did that happen in a replay? Because if it did, I want to see the roll. I don't think we'll see it in the replay itself, because that's so unlikely for it to happen. Did he? Oh, did he bleed to death? Okay, but if it bled to death, it wouldn't count as a kill for well, whatever. 1-2 hours dying, sadly. Another counter it up against Black Harpy. Okay, so he's breaking a siege, and he saw 2 white centaurs, so he sent his hero, which would probably be... okay, I don't know what's going on. He just retreated him? Would these guys be enough to kill 2 white centaurs? I'm not convinced they would be, actually. Because I thought, okay, he's gonna use these guys to keep the white centaurs in check if he keeps those 2 white centaurs, and then kill them with a hero. So, but no, it's that. I'm not sure what this was about. I'm really not sure why he wanted to retreat him immediately. He does have stealth, so oh, he doesn't have stealth. Oh, so maybe he just wanted to retreat him back to castle in that case, but... okay. A little bit of bird raiding underground, and of course, TNN sadly cannot afford any PD, because, let's be real, this is somewhat laughable raiding force if you have anything that can fight for itself. But it works in that case, so as cheap as it gets for raiding. and final fight between these two will be... It is a storming, so it is not a fully committed storm. It doesn't have everything that Pan has. Does it include the Prophet? It does include the Prophet and a single Hierophant. That's nature, so it's not going to be any astral shenanigans to run through walls. But yeah, there's nothing here, tragically, so we know how it's gonna go. There might have been couple lucky archer kills, not really. The worldwide event, deathmatch, and it's gonna be normal deathmatch, so mage is included. Okay, any assassinations? I'm trying to, like, I'm really trying to remember to look for them, but I don't see any again. There's no assassination symbol. So they didn't happen. Where did TNN go? With his army. Oh. No idea. I don't know what he's trying to do. At least his income is still... he's blocked off here, isn't he? Oh, no, it is connected. So he did get a decent income this turn. He can finally spend it on something on TNN as well, on his sacred. So I would assume that maybe next turn is gonna be move everything, patrolling TNN in expectations of Pangaea moving on top. We shall see. We shall see. And yeah, this is gonna be quite a boiling pot together with Caelum. But Caelum, he didn't move this army, did he? Yeah, he's just chilling here. So how does Caelum plan to go to war with Ulm? If he's not moving these guys. I mean, he eats flyers, of course he can move the... It'd be so funny if he was like about to yoink some promises of TNN and then attack Ulm from this side. That would be a heck of a play. Bold. Looks like sages are being made here by Caelum. Of course they are. It's a fantastic source of research for low cost. I hope players in messages will be letting me know about like any particular interesting sites and stuff like that, because it's hard to try to find them on my own manually. But there might be some, there's definitely some site searching going on by Caelum. Like he found these two, so probably that's what Eagle King was doing, and he was just keeping an army with him. And yeah, Mekone secures Crystal Throne, which is nice for him in the sense that it does break him into glamour. Though the mages themselves being old, yeah, pretty horrible investment, because, you know, first winter come, they might get diseases and they're gonna die. Quite frustrating thing to happen. If it happens. Did this army have a king? No, it doesn't have a king. So, I mean, he's taking this back next. And does he have like more kings in a... Not that I look, not that I see. But I mean, yeah, if Fomoria wants to attack Therodos, then Ome will be really happy about it. Okay. Yeah, so no like decisive battles between TNN, Pangaea, and Ulm, but like looks like he already backed off from here. So I'm kind of curious to see if TNN will start doing some, again, very small investment raids to take back these lands. But almost like not only side searching here, but also recruiting some units. So maybe it will require a little bit higher investment if there are, you know, recruited units to be met. But yeah, cool. That's gonna be it for this turn, and I'll talk to you next one. Welcome back. Okay, now there's more messages. Pangaea. Fomoria and Rus ended our nap with them, and will be attacking the turn after you receive this message. Oh, okay, sorry, I kind of misread I was confused. Fomoria and Rus had an hour nap with them. I'm sorry, isn't it a little bit weird way of phrasing it? They ended our nap with them? Oh no, okay, no, it kind of makes sense. Yeah, it was just confusing. Me, a little bit in my head, like, does he mean that Fomoria and Rus ended their naps, like, with them, whatever? Sorry, it's just me, probably. Yeah, they'll be attacking the turn after I receive this message. Cool, so that's next episode. I'm not very afraid of Fomoria given the Bless matchup, but Rus probably has Blood Vengeance and Holy Weapons, and I don't think I can fight that without being all in. So we're giving up on taking Tienen Capital for now. It's sad, I really wanted to have that fight in the early game. But even a two-turn siege would be too long to save my capital, I suspect. And there's not much to be done but defend when at war with 3 out of 4 neighbors in the early game. Well, you can blame yourself for being hyper aggro on TNN. Like, nobody wants a Pangaea that takes foreign capital and most of their lands like year 1 essentially. Year 1.5. I've tried buying various players out, etc., but fundamentally I have a reputation for winning. So the best I've got is Mekone saying he'll be neutral, saying he'll help annoy raid Rus. Therodos and Mictlan intentions are unknown. Well, that's nice of to say that, considering that Caelum is declaring on them essentially by cancelling up, and Therodos is definitely a bit of a hostile Cold War at this point. Okay. Some good news. Some good, some bad developments on the Diplo front for me recently. Good news is I've got a nap with Therodos. Hey, that's a good news. I feel, I don't respect Therodos at all. I wouldn't bother. I'll just push them off the coast and deal with the annoyance. Don't particularly love the idea of having the ghost sit on my coast, but still better than the looming threat of an opportunistic attack from him. On the other hand, Pan has announced he's withdrawing most of his troops to defend against the incoming attack from Bruce. I have no way of actually taking his cap either, which means Tienen will be left alive and ready to wreak havoc on those who probably ruined his chances of winning this game. Yeah, that's a fair point. I guess that kind of, I can understand napping Therodos because of it. And it really puts you in a fucked situation because you do join that war essentially like a leech, let's be real, because you're taking some provinces and, you know, Pan will tolerate it because you're cutting off more income and whatever else from TNN. But realistically, you have no way of winning against TNN any bigger fights, or raiding for that matter. Yeah, sucks to be you. At least I've got enchantment for coming up in 2 turns. Cube should really help against the elves. And if birds aren't careful, there's probably not a single spell in the game that has won me more wars than Cloud Trapeze. Yeah, he's got Cloud Trapeze, can he? Yeah, nice. Oh, and I'm raiding 48 to stop the fort from going up. Probably a waste of 20 good troops and a commander, but I'm willing to give it a shot anyways. 48, okay. Rus. Well, help for TNN is on the way. I'm not entirely sure how much a difference it will make, but at least Fomoria and Rus are joining the fight. I ran some tests, and it's clear that my secrets are outclassed by Pangaea's. It's also unclear how many they've already amassed. There are around 40 in the TNN region alone. Their slowing weapons blast makes them really nearly twice as deadly as they would be otherwise. I need to come up with a way to minimize losses in a major clash. I'll try body ethereal and add cheap frontline chaff to absorb the lance charge. And more archers to trigger berserk on their units. Unfortunately, I don't have the gold or time for archers right now. To make matters worse, I'm still missing the key research I need for the taxes I have in mind. But time is short and wishful thinking won't change that. So, I'm trying to see the reason for that to be a positive. The only way I see it as a positive. If you, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You start arching them from the get-go, like turn 1, arrows and bolts are flying, you trigger Berserk, it kind of disperses their formation, they run forward, you isolate them and chip them that way. Is that a reasonable, feasible way? I don't think so. First of all, you need to get into the range with your archers. Even if you put them in the very front, it's gonna take you probably a round of walking forward, and the next round, centaurs will be ready to dart off. Or worst case, we've seen so far Pangaea be pretty aggressive with their takers, in the sense that they just run forward from the get-go. He doesn't hold an attack too much. I failed to see how this is a benefit, because oh my, yeah, you hit for 2 points of damage because they also have shields, and yeah, now they're berserking, so they're that much killier from the get-go. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I am. Well, it's nice of you to try to help TNN though. That was not a good bump in 109 last turn. Using those Shakers is pretty awkward. I could definitely be using them better, but given how my cap up is below 15,000 now, I'm convinced that Therodos is no longer a serious nation. No longer? Brother, you should have known that from the get-go when picking that nation. Like, you could have taken... If you were, quote-unquote, and I'm, of course, teasing a little bit, cowardly enough to avoid engagement with other people, you could have picked Pelagia, right? Or whatever other nation underwater there is at the early age. I should have gone with Helheim. Oh, yeah, or that. You know, be another filthy elf. That would work out. You did it yourself. You wanted to be a trolley. So, no complaining now. More diplo updates. Fomoria's attack was him thinking correctly that I was going to attack him, so he preempted it. He has apologized, but it isn't giving back the land yet. I'm not happy with it, but my options are limited at the moment. I have made an up free with Ulm, guaranteeing 2 coastal provinces and a shot at the front. This is a good deal for me, but Ulm is forced into it with his TNN war. My site searching has been terrible thus far. Really disappointing considering how high path my searchers are. If I don't have a gold or gem economy, I'm going to be completely irrelevant. You already are. You're playing Therodos. Cool. Let's leave Pangaea TNN last, since it tends to be the most exciting stuff. So hold on. Fomoria apologized Therodos and they attacked again? What is happening? Wait, what is this? Okay, it's here. Okay, I see how it is. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were gonna attack me, so I took your province, but since I'm already here, I'm also gonna take this underground province of yours, since, you know, you're not having a use for it. Amazing, brilliant. Yeah, I mean, this army, joining with this one, yeah, this is a threat for Pangaea. And he did move his army here, so I'm kind of curious if he might want to attempt messing with Fomoria regardless. Oh, but I love it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take another province from him. And it's a ping against the throne. Did we see this throne before? Maybe. It's a Death Mage heavy. Ooh, that's a nice item to put on your flag. More Death Mage. Yeah, just some Death Mages to spam Horde of Skeletons. Nothing scary, really. Against TNN. That's like a deep raid. TNN did put some PD in this province. It's 2 nights, so 2 nights. Let's see, 14 PD is 4 nights. 11 PD or 10 PD is free, so this is like 8, maybe 6. No, there's too many light horses to be 6. Probably 8 PD, I want to say. I don't quite remember. Probably like a point or two too short to actually kill him. I think it was really close to repel this. Okay, maybe not very close. It's a lot of warriors against very little. Okay, so it looks like 7 PD, right? I think it's a light calf per PD. It's a nice province overall for PD. Like, you know, those light lances are not very impressive, but it's a charge. Does the spear have a charge bonus? No, it doesn't. Yeah, okay, maybe not so much. The heavy cavalry of early age tends to be rather sad if it's not cataphracts. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, that's the arena. Arena can wait. So I guess we bounce back to TNN doing things. A counter raid against Pangaea. There is nothing really here, although it's only Firbolg warriors, so no, the quality disparity is too big. Firbolgs will do just fine. Maybe if the Minotaur like charged together and got some great tramples, but that's not how leaders work, so no problem here. And a triple raid by Pangaea, regardless of the threat incoming on his back. Very low budget here. Where's his mother in the back? Very low budget, but it's a very little PD, so those warriors should be good enough. Centers are so strong, man. So strong. So yeah, that's the province taken. Venna. Okay, that's where the... oh, I forgot to take a look. I'll remember this time to look at the mercenary. I mean, this has to be mercenaries, of course, but just as a confirmation. Nothing here. No problems. Okay, TNN. Is there a cap defense going on? What? I am confused. The only thing that comes to my mind is TNN knows that he couldn't defend his cap from full-on move from Pangaea, so he didn't bother defending it. That's the only thing that comes to mind, because otherwise... But is that a reasonable thing to do when you are like just fighting for your life? Don't you want to defend your cap from being put under siege again? Just give it a shot. Like you're gonna lose even more turns of recruitment, even more turns of gold income. Seems strange to me that he's not trying to defend, because again, this is as slow of a commitment as you can reasonably make. You maybe get a small army or maybe some PD backup, but this is nothing. Like he could have killed it so easily with like fraction of his sacreds. It's crazy to me that Tien is not even trying to defend his cap again. I don't understand this. I really don't. Part of me wants to say that maybe he's already giving up on the game since he's had it quite rough, but he is kind of raiding. So I'm really confused about this. This confuses me. I don't understand why he's not trying to defend his cap. Besides the one reason I gave. It has to be that, essentially. I can't think of any other reason to not defend your capital unless you are trying to not throw all of your sacreds in a battle that you know you'd lose if Pangaea committed. But surely he would know that Pangaea has to backpedal pretty quickly by now because of the Rus and Fomoria, so... I don't know. Comments, please. Save me from my conundrum. Okay, so Caelum with okay, actual attempt. So Burning Blade, a handful of acorns for the Pokemons, and he does get the Feravashi against Barbarian. Okay, so we know how it's gonna end. Oh, and right, this is of course the normal arena, so there are elementals coming up. That's gonna be interesting though. How hard Mekone will try? He doesn't try. Never mind. It's a Logos. So we know the result, and 260 gold, 24 sparkling fire gem, and the champion's helmet. So, of course, this Eagle King is now committed to repeatedly taking an arena, which may or may not be a dead Eagle King soon-ish, once it's gonna be like People's Arena, and he's gonna go up against geared, the blessed Polemark, right? So that's that, and oh my gosh, okay, the Barbarians attacked but looks like had the reports, he didn't miss them, so he had units present to stop that attack. I wonder how bad was that event though? Like in sense how much population did kill, for example, but it's super free defense and unattacked on Mekone. Another barb attack. That's not gonna be defended here. So that's sucky. Since that's a good chunk of income, it is a cap province, not high origin source, so that's kind of whatever, but I'm sure it's annoying for Mekone. He's going back here though. Yeah, Mekone seems to me a little bit aimless right now. Yeah, he did take a throne, but the Expo was rough, losing God was rough. God is still dead. He's making Cyclopses at least, so that's that. I don't know, it pains me to see the state of Mekone. Like, Mekone is such an amazing nation, early game. It tends to fall off hard. But there are tricks to be done, of course, mainly on the back of Cyclopses. So yeah, seeing him struggling in the early game with expansion and not being in a war with anybody yet, when your Gigante are at their best, kinda sad. So hopefully Mekone's gonna make some play sooner than later. Now I want to take a look at the mercenaries, right? Yes, so Skull Smashers are Pangaea, indeed, those were those, and Fishermen, okay, Fomoria, that's the stuff. So, since Fomoria did a ping, is he gonna... Oh no, okay, hold on. They're attacking from the same angle. Well, that's kinda cool. That makes it really scary for Pangaea because it's essentially two Doomstacks moving province hand to hand, essentially. I kind of wonder how greedy Fomoria is, in the sense that will he take the throne first? I'm sure that would make Rus a little bit unhappy. Yeah, Rus is committing essentially all of the skin shifters he has. Probably these ones are also gonna be just going. Yeah, Rus needs to make a play. He's not like particularly large, so this is the play. Let's take a quick look. I wonder if we see all the blessings. So yeah, unholy weapons, slaying weapons. That's disgusting. Like, slaying weapons, I think, are slept on. This is essentially counter quickness, reverse quickness, right, on your weapons. Obviously super strong if you look at it as a quickness, but you know, it quickens your troops relative to the guys you're fighting, essentially, right? For the combat purpose, not the move speed. Blood Surge, Righteous Wrath. Yeah, so unholy weapons here that we've seen, and yeah, it is Fate Weaving, Bloodborne, right? Yeah, this is not a bless that Pangaea has to worry about, sadly. That's not it, Chief. Yeah, Bloodbond is nice. Like, his Sacred's already kind of killy, so it does increase their survivability. But Fate Weaving, why? I'm trying to think about the Fate Weaving. So it's such a rare bless. I'm pretty sure it's just bad, right? So Fate Weaving, it gives the bad luck, right? If I don't, or is Fate Weaving the one that? Hold on, did Rus have any fights this turn? I don't think he did. I genuinely don't quite remember what Fate Weaving does right now, so I'm sorry. Is this the one that gives quote unquote bad luck where it bypasses Twist Fate and it has some other it had like different effects in it? Or is the one that gives you the Twist Fate by default? Man, I kind of forgot. Good lord, I'm sorry, that's embarrassing. I'm sure comments will explain it nicely by somebody, so I'll feel silly about it. But yeah, make sure to scroll and see whoever tells what it's doing actually, because I actually blanking. It's just rarely seen blast because I'm pretty sure it's bad for its cost, but it is here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but no, that's totally. If it was on holy weapons, yeah, it would actually could be quite dangerous for Pangaea as it is. It's really not. And of course, Pangaea is disrespecting Fomoria, but I don't think he should be disrespecting Fomoria because +5 attack skill is enough to punch through the defense of those horses, and it is hard hitting. So, of course, again, slowing weapons are scary. Cool. Well, I wonder if TNN will become irrelevant in any way. Turn 16. He's headed rough. Did in fact raid on the other side of the of the TNN, so you know, by doing shit like that, you're definitely making it more tempting for TNN to fight you back. So I wonder if the play for would be to piece out TNN, like right now, and be like, look, I know I participated in taking you on, but okay, I'm not the one that took your fort. I'm not the one that was putting your capital under siege. So let's be chill, and you shoo go away. Help the other two guys that are attacking Pangaea to kill them. I wonder if this is actually the play for On, because, like he discussed, he cannot take army on army fight against TNN Sacreds. He will just lose super hard, and there is a limited degree still for how big of a factor his god can be. Which, by the way, where the hell is he now? Pretty important to know where the Omish god is. Okay, he's back at Ulm. How the fuck did he get, like, I guess in the dragon form he was able to? But yeah, more conflicts brewing. That's nice to see. Let's see more fights, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. I almost missed it. I'm joking. You thought I'm gonna say goodbye? There it is. So, Baoban Shi killing a Minotaur and a Satyr warrior. I'm sure Demonestes was losing his mind there. How did she do it? Just by illusions? I mean, this is a life drain, and she does have a ton of copies of herself from defending her from... Why is her attack so bad? Oh, it's dark. Right, okay. What's really... This life drain attack with... No fucking way this was enough. I mean, these guys are... Okay, one woke up. Okay, let's speed up or I'll fall asleep. But 16 magic resistance, okay, so it's really quite a bit of magic resistance for the claim life to get through. I cannot believe this worked out. And he will probably berserk that Minotaur. And he'll run to his death. Or is he gonna fall unconscious by trying to trample the illusions? The trampling isn't bad against illusions, by the way, because they have only 1 HP, even if they're... Like, actually, hold on. How are they not dying? Oh, because ethereal, of course, okay. Then, yeah, it's ethereal, it is the only way preventing trampling from insta-killing illusions, because the... Oh, okay. That was a big hit with that bolt. How did she not get hit? Okay, so trampled. Image negated it. So there was a hit here, but he wasn't attempting to swing at she. Okay. Goddamn banshees. I would have never guessed that this would work out the way that, because it's a prophet, right? And wow. I mean, this is yeah, more reasonable assassination as far as difficulty goes. Yeah, the darkness helping out a ton. Because if not darkness, I think those warriors that were on her with the prophet fight, they would have killed her. Nice. Well, there we go. Some assassinations, but still, TNN has no forts active, so. And his army's here. Why is his army here? And why do I see it? Okay, yeah, TNN, if TNN is watching, he'll have to explain his thought process to me. Like, why did he let this happen? Because I'm kind of missing it. I'll be honest with you. But yeah, now for real this time. Goodbye.